Hi, I'm Tony Van Veen, CEO of Discmakers. I recently sold out a limited run of colored vinyl for a band of mine. No big deal, except it was for a band I was in that broke up over 40 years ago with no fan base, no website, and all I did to market it was just one social post. And I want to show you exactly what I did. First, a bit of context. I've been telling artists for years, use streaming and socials for awareness, then move fans to a place where you can capture their info and eventually sell them something. CDs, vinyl, merch, tickets. So I thought, let me put that to the test myself with this old band of mine, which brings me to the second bit of context. Last year, I was contacted by someone in Berlin who runs an indie label that reissues obscure punk records. He had found a 7-inch EP from the first band I ever played in back in 1983 and wanted to reissue it. So after I picked up my jaw from the floor, I tracked down my old bandmates, I got their okay, and gave him the go-ahead. And here it is. Genuine German import. The band was called Kremlinchor. Hey, it was the 80s. Reagan, Cold War, anti-establishment punk. You get the idea. And in true 2026 punk fashion, we didn't get paid for this reissue. Instead, we were shipped 15% of the pressing. Some black vinyl, some blue, and it was up to us what to do with it. So here was the situation. I had a small number of records from a band that broke up in 1984, no fans, no website, no social presence, no streaming footprint. And I thought, let me see if I can actually sell these. But I had to keep it simple. After all, I have a day job, and I wasn't aspiring to get back into music myself. So I decided I wasn't going to build a website, I wasn't going to set up a mailing list, and I wasn't going to run ads. I was just going to use a few really basic tools and make a simple offer. And the result? I sold out my blue vinyl in 2 days, and I don't have too many black copies left either. Here's exactly what I did. The first step was to make it available and make it easy to buy. I uploaded the tracks to streaming through CD Baby. I already had an account there, so that was quick and straightforward. I set the release date about 4 weeks out so the digital release and the physical product would drop on the same day. Then I set up fulfillment with Spinny Media. They're Discmakers' partner for physical distribution and order fulfillment. I sent them my inventory, and they handle the warehousing and order fulfillment. And they have their own store too, which is a great place to sell directly to fans. And see, blue is sold out. I wasn't kidding. Then I connected everything. Through CD Baby, I linked Kremlinchor to Spotify for Artists so I could track my streaming stats. And through Spinny, I linked the vinyl directly to my Spotify artist profile so fans could buy it right from Spotify. Spinny also pushed the product to retailers like Amazon and Walmart.com. And now, suddenly, this obscure 40-year-old punk record is available everywhere. But I wanted to make it even easier to find. As you may know, artists can list their merch for sale on Spotify now. When you land on a Spotify artist page that has this set up, there's a merch tab, and while you can have your records or CDs there, it is a bit hidden on that separate tab. So I did this. To raise the profile of my 7-inch, I logged into my Spotify for Artists account and clicked on Artist's Pick to promote my 7-inch at the top of my artist page. I click on that, and the records I had linked to Spotify through Spinny show up. I select my 7-inch and can even add a custom message. Get our EP on vinyl while they last. Now, when someone lands on the Spotify artist page, boom, it's right there, one click, and they're buying. Then, next step, promote the release with a story. Now, here's where I break my own rules, because I always say you need to repeat your marketing messaging. But I only did one social post. Just one. But it wasn't a generic new record out now post. It was a story. I told the story of being contacted by the guy in Berlin, reconnecting with old bandmates, bringing this record back to life after 40 plus years. And yes, I included a link to Spotify where the vinyl was featured. And within 2 days, the blue vinyl was gone. Now, look, I didn't have a huge number of records to move. this wasn't a massive lift. But I also didn't do much marketing. No email list, no ads, no repeated posts. Just a simple setup and one good story. So what's the point? Well, a few things. Number one, this works. If I can sell out a 40-year-old punk record with no fan base, you can sell your music. Number two, don't ignore your friends. Most of my buyers were actually friends, family, and former colleagues. Your network matters more than you think. Number three, make it easy to buy. Here's the simple framework I followed. Set a release date in the future and align the digital and physical drop date. Use a physical fulfillment partner like Spinny to simplify things for you and expand your reach. Link everything, sure, to Spotify, but especially to a landing page where fans can buy your record or CD, like your website or Bandcamp page. And then feature your product front and center in your messaging, on your website, and on socials. And then four, tell stories. Don't just post and spam fans with boring, buy my record messages. Give people something to connect with. Emotion drives action. Now, I did this for fun. You can and should do more. More posts. Have an email list and send messages. Direct links to buy. Have special offers. If you haven't tried this before for your music, here's the reality. None of this is complicated. It just takes a bit of effort. And unfortunately, most artists never have the discipline to take that step. But if you do, you'll give your fans a real chance to support you. And that's where the revenue comes from to sustain your artist career. So try it. And let me know how it went. I hope you found this helpful. I'll see you next time.